Occasionally, a movie comes along whose message is greater than the confines of its story. A movie that doesn't break new ground in its genre and isn't a masterful work of cinema, but nonetheless succeeds in what it sets out to do with competence and professionalism and stays with you long after the credits. Reagan is one such film. Based on Paul Kengore's novel, The Crusader, Ronald Reagan and the Fall of Communism, the film chronicles the life of President Ronald Reagan and his role in the dismantling of the Soviet Union. Reagan's story is told from the perspective of a former KGB agent as he recounts events to a young rising star among the Russian communists. And this lens provides not only a unique view of Reagan, but also of the Soviet Union as it is increasingly baffled by a president who refuses to continue the status quo. From a technical and critical standpoint, it's a decent film that accomplishes its goals and doesn't try to be more than it is. It's content in its identity and shows that with heart and soul, something that is sorely lacking in modern entertainment. Dennis Quaid does an excellent job portraying Ronald Reagan, from his manner of speech to his facial expressions, even in how he carries himself. The supporting cast delivers solid performances, and all the production and post-production departments complete their jobs with care and proficiency, except for one scene with some very noticeable anti-aging CGI. The use of real footage is a nice addition, and its inclusion is subtle enough that it doesn't pull you out of the film. The writing delivers some good one-liners and allows appropriately timed humor to release some of the tension in the increasingly grim situation with the Soviets. Reagan's policies are extremely relevant for today, but the filmmakers don't beat you over the head with that point or stop the story to preach. Reagan's policies, which are simple common sense, remain within the historical context of the film, even though the historical context feels very much like today. While Reagan is a modest film, the themes and ideas it presents transcend its story. Stand up to bullies, what is popular isn't always right, war or violence should be a last resort, but sometimes one or both are necessary because that is the only language evil understands and will listen to. God does have a plan for everyone's life, even when it doesn't seem like it or we choose not to follow it. Reagan embodies these ideas, and seeing a leader stand his ground and fight back against communism, tyranny, and the greed of the government is uplifting and inspiring. Ultimately, Jesus is king and has authority over everything, but Reagan understands and shows the need for moral, strong leaders who won't tolerate or cave to evil and tyranny, even when doing so is difficult, dangerous, and unpopular. We have had good leaders in the past, and while there seems to be very few right now, Reagan is hopeful that they will rise again.